So, with most of the US being in quarantine, I actually have time to film a video. Today is actually March 17, which is the first day that Dallas County is actually under quarantine. If you guys have been keeping up with the news, a lot of restaurants, a lot of nightclubs, any place that can hold a large amount of groups have actually shut down. One of the good things about being on lockdown, I guess, is that I have time to finally film a video and catch you guys up on everything that's been going on. The last 5 months of my life have honestly been very crazy and all over the place. But if you guys want to find out where I've been, what I've been up to, or if you guys want to learn how to do this look right here, keep on watching. So I'm just going to go ahead and moisturize with the Tasha water cream. I believe the last thing I uploaded on this channel was back in July. To kind of rewind a little bit, during the summer, on June, I did start working at Nike, which honestly has been one of the best decisions I've made. I was actually working 2 jobs the whole summer. I was always working either Banana Republic or Nike. Just gonna go ahead and prime my eyes using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. After just blending all that in, I'm gonna just go ahead and set it using the Fenty Beauty Blotting Powder. I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with the Morphe 350 palette. But for my eyeshadow, since I did dye my hair, which hopefully you guys noticed, it is an ashy blonde now, I went ahead and did this color right here for my eyebrows. So with that same color, I'm just going to go ahead and tap off the excess and blend it really lightly into the crease area. I'm just going to go ahead and go in with the Tarte Tarteist eyeliner. I actually stole this eyeliner from my sister, but it's amazing. And this eyeliner stays on no matter how watery my eyes get, it stays on. So I go in with the felt tip side. I just go ahead and start doing a line all over my eyelid. I'm going to go ahead and take the e.l.f. liquid eyeliner in Jet Black and just create the wing. How I do it, where my waterline is, I like to grab it and just extend that. After I get them looking somewhat similar, I'm just going to go ahead and go and fill in the rest of the wings. Just went ahead and applied some false eyelashes off camera. This is how they look. I'll probably insert a close-up right here. As you guys can see, they're really pretty and long, really wispy. They are more on the dramatic side, but for the eyelashes that Jennifer has, they are on the more natural side. I do have small eyes, so almost every eyelash does tend to look more dramatic compared to if somebody wore it if they had more eyelid space or bigger eyes. But I just want to give a big shout out to Jennifer just because these are her eyelashes. These are King Classic Lashes. This is how the packaging looks. Then on the inside it just says love yourself first, and then it has all her social media. Then whenever you buy the eyelashes themselves, they do come with the red glittery background and then the eyelash holder, and then it has this little eyelash little brush so you guys can brush them out so they don't get all tangly. And then just repeating myself, these are in the Cyber Classics. They're one of her more natural ones, but if you do have small eyes like me, they're probably going to look pretty dramatic on you. But I'm just going to go ahead and start priming my face using the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer, which is mattifying. My T-zone, especially my nose, gets so incredibly oily, so you just go ahead and apply a good amount of this. I'm just going to go ahead and apply my foundation. I've been loving this foundation. This is the Natasha Denona Full Coverage Foundation X Plus. I'm in the shade Medium Beige. Towards the end of my fall semester, my mom did start having a lot of health problems. In December, she was actually diagnosed with gallbladder cancer. It was really hard finding this out, especially just when it all happened, just because for my family, December has always been our favorite. We were supposed to host like the annual family gathering for Christmas, but instead everything completely changed. My mom was in the hospital for most of December. She had multiple surgeries in the span of 1 month. I believe she had more than 5, just because I do remember in 2 weeks she did have, I believe, 2 surgeries with just a few days apart. I myself actually didn't even know she had been diagnosed with gallbladder cancer for a few days, just because I remember when she got diagnosed, it was right during my finals week, so she actually kept it for me. But I just remember some of my siblings, like my cousins, asking me, do you know what she's been diagnosed? Have they told you? Kind of hinting at it. I remember actually one day I was talking to my mom on the phone, and my dad had walked in, and he was like, has she told you? Obviously, my mom had already told my dad at that point. I didn't know, so then I just went ahead, called my mom back on FaceTime, and asked her like, what's really going on? You can't keep hiding it from me. And at that point, she just kind of said it, that there was a large possibility that she had cancer. After that, it did take a few more tests for them to find out what it was. It was gallbladder cancer. So that was how my December went. My mom was actually hospitalized during December, so we didn't spend Christmas Eve together, which December and the end of 2019 was very hard on my entire family. It brought a lot of our family together. A lot of my family is going to say thank you to everybody that reached out. I wasn't the best at replying to messages, I'm sorry. We were trying to figure out what was going on ourselves with everything. One thing I do admire about my mom is she's always been such a fighter. No matter how much pain she is, she'll always kind of downplay the pain just to be like, oh, I'm okay, even though you can see it on her face. I remember one time I did go see her, and it was nighttime. I was waiting on my dad to get home to be able to go visit her together. She had gotten out of surgery, and she just reached out. She was still heavily under anesthesia, but she just reached out and to hold our hand, just to know that we were there. Even though she wasn't fully conscious, she knew that we were all there for her. Just little moments like that, it really makes you kind of appreciate all the time. And it really does make you regret, like, we should have spent more time together when she was good. We should have gone to more trips. We should have done this and that. But when it comes down to it, you can't really change what's already been done. But mom, if you're seeing this, te quiero un montón. I love you. Because of her having so many surgeries, she couldn't actually begin chemo, and then just having to figure out all the financial stuff behind chemo, because chemo's expensive. We had to do a lot to prepare for all those expenses. If you guys actually want to support, donate something, I'll go ahead and link the GoFundMe page down below, so you guys can maybe donate something if you guys want to. If you guys find it in your heart to do so, I'll link it down below. But she actually didn't start chemo until January, I believe, so keep that in mind. A month of being in pain, surgery, and still having to wait even longer. So that's how 2020 started, with our mom starting chemo. Right now I'm just going to go ahead and go in with the Born This Way Concealer Natural Beige. This one is really full coverage, so I go in with a really light hand. I mostly use it to cover my under eye area. I'm just going to go ahead and go in with a little blending brush and just go ahead and blend that out. It took me around 2 months to kind of react and kind of respond to what was happening. During February, I went through really bad depression and anxiety. A lot of people don't know about it, but my anxiety is bad, guys. A lot of times, and it's a lot of times just triggered by things. The thing that triggered it was whenever we had to think about, like, what about if she doesn't make it? just because for the longest time, whenever from the time she was diagnosed with cancer to about January, that's something that I had avoided thinking about. I was always like, she's gonna make it, we're gonna get through this. But then that did come up, just because that is something as a family you do have to discuss. And that's when I completely lost it. I remember I was at Pluckers with my sister and I just started bawling my eyes out, and that was the first time I cried. And then just like with anything, it got worse before it got better. So I was going through really bad depression. I remember sometimes I would just be sitting and then I would just start bawling for no good reason. I just felt alone. Even though I had everybody around me, I still just felt so alone. I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with the brush a little bit more just to add some of the coverage back, just because the beauty blender does take a lot of it off. Whoa. Then I'm gonna go in with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm just gonna go ahead and set all that. I'm gonna do a really good amount on my nose area. With everything that was happening, I had so many people reaching out, trying to be there, trying to ask about how my mom was doing. But with cancer, it's something that a lot of times you don't really know what's actually going on, just because, yeah, she started chemo, but it's not like you're going to see an immediate change or she's going to get better immediately. It's something that takes time. And I was just getting bombarded with messages on Facebook, on Messenger, to my phone, people calling me getting unknown phone calls, trying to see how my mom was doing. And don't get me wrong, I appreciated everybody reaching out, but it was just kind of making me more anxious. It was adding to the whole mental state that I was going through, because at the end of the day, it is my mom. I was the one that was seeing her go through it. I did get better. Kind of seeing my mom being able to start chemo and not completely get to her kind of did help me. And then her saying that she's gonna get through it, that she's gonna fight, that she's not gonna go down, that she feels it in her heart that she's gonna get through it, really did kind of reassure me. I know a lot of people have been asking, but yeah, I've just been hoping for the best, trying to stay positive. But then now March comes around and Corona came around as well. And now it's March 17th, and if you guys didn't know, I live in Dallas, so most of Dallas County is under quarantine. Basically all the nightclubs, all the restaurants, anywhere you can go that could hold more than 50 people basically closed down, including my job. Right now, as of now, we're not working for a week and a half, I believe. But yeah, it's been crazy. Grocery stores look empty. People have been stocking up on toilet paper, making it like, who thought that we would be having a shortage of toilet paper? It's gotten to the point where now toilet paper is being sold single instead of like the packs. I'm just going in with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Bronzer in medium matte deep bronzer, and I just kind of put this all over just to kind of add some color and definition, especially on the jawline, because I do have like a double chin, so you know, this kind of helps make it look like I don't. I just went ahead and cleaned up my bronzer a little bit, but I'm just gonna go back with that Too Faced bronzer, and I'm just gonna go bronze up the side of my nose. But like I was saying, Corona has basically shut down all of Dallas County. From what I know so far, the only places that are open are basically grocery stores, and then fast food places are able to stay in business but they're only doing drive-through pickup. You're not able to go in and sit down for anything. The whole situation is scary, just because since my mom is going through chemo, that puts her at a higher risk, just because a lot of people are overreacting and don't know, like, corona is only really dangerous for the elderly or those who have a really weak immune system, which obviously with my mom going through chemo right now, it kind of puts her at a high risk. To finish off the eyes, I'm just gonna go ahead and go back and with the eyeliner, and I'm gonna draw in the inner corner just to create that more of a cat eye shape, cat eye slash almond eye shape, which I love. I'm gonna go in with this Kat Von D eyeliner and just go ahead and do my waterline. I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with this Tarte blush in Concept, and I've been obsessed with the look of heavy blush, so I do go a little bit heavier than most people do. I kind of also do like in the shape of where my contour is, just so it does give that more lifted look. I really don't like to highlight all that much anymore, so I just go ahead and take this Sephora Bright Future liquid highlight in Champagne, and then I apply a little bit on my nose, and then I blend that out and try to keep it in a really precise line, just so that creates the illusion of a smaller nose, smaller bridge. If I'm not doing this cat eye look, I'll highlight my inner corner and then I'll do my upper lip, Cupid's bow, palette. I'm just gonna go in with Anastasia Glow Kit and Sun Dipped. I really only use this one color right here called Summer, because you know, Summer Baby. I've been obsessed with that, like classy, natural, not too much, quick glam. Now I can do this makeup in literally like 30 minutes. Oh, I can't find my brush right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and then this already has bronzer, so I'm just gonna go ahead and clean that up, take off whatever's left of that bake. Then for my lips, I'm gonna actually do them off camera just because my camera's dying. I'm just gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner, and then this one's in the color Bear to Comment with this Kat Von D and Lolita liquid lipstick. Just to finish off the look really quickly, I'm just gonna go in with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and do a good layer of that. If I wasn't talking through it all, it would have probably taken me like 30 minutes to do. I do this all the time whenever I'm going out, just because it's very kind of like sexy and serious, sultry. Well, that's what it makes me feel like, just because of like the cat eye with the eyeliner. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this little catch-up video. If you guys enjoyed it, please make sure to subscribe. And then yeah, I'm really gonna try to get back into this just because I missed it. I love watching back all my old videos. I actually did that last night for about a good 30 minutes. I went back and watched. It made me miss doing makeup. Now I look back at those and I'm like, wow, I need to go watch those and learn how to do that again. But yeah, I have to get back into looking at the actual camera instead of looking down here at the viewfinder. But yeah, if you guys want to follow me on any of my social media, it's all going to be linked down below in the down bar. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. See you guys next time.